a guru is a channel for that grace. The guru is not source. The source is that divine force. And the guru is like a conduit. He's helping you and begins to awaken those same energies within yourself that are inherent. But somehow we have to tune into them. In the world we live in, the main factor or force behind existence is a force, a universal force that we could also call grace. Everything exists in the relative field of existence. To understand this, we have to go back to the Big Bang. That universal force that is behind that universal creation is always there. Through that manifestation of a new universe. So we can also call God the manifester because it is his nature, or it is divinity's nature, to manifest itself. It does not require will. It is just a natural happening. It's so spontaneous. This divinity needs to manifest itself. That is its nature. And in doing so, we then have the relative field of existence in which we live and has more physical matter. So from that Big Bang, which is just vibrational, very fine vibrational, then we get a condensation of those vibrations which create matter. That manifestation also requires preservation. What would be the point of creating something or manifesting something if it didn't hold together? Like, this chair on which I'm sitting. Now, the force behind all of this, we would call grace or Guru Shakti. If we are made by the same process and we're part of that universe, that means we're also divine ourselves. We are divine energies. So what we're trying to do in meditation and through the Guru Shakti practice is to continue to awaken that realization that we are grace, that we are divine. Now, there's a bit of a contradiction here, because you would think that from the beginning we should have that realization that we are grace, that we are divine. So how come we've lost that interpretation? But this is what, in Eastern philosophical terms, they call Maya, which means delusion or illusion. This process of being somewhat unconscious for a while is part of how we evolve. So we're going from the grosser level, so to speak, to a finer level, and that process is necessary for us to be able to understand or experience that grace. So it's like we've gone from the finest level, we've gone to something grosser, and now we have to get back. We draw those energies naturally when we meditate. Now, someone may ask, what happens to someone who doesn't meditate? Can they draw grace to themselves? Now, remember, this is inherent within us. So as such, we're just activating that which is already within. But we need an external source to actually do that. Because of the clouds of the mind, we cannot do that ourselves. We have conditioned ourselves. And because our essence is that universal force, it is Shakti or grace. So why do we use the words Guru Shakti? It's simply because the Guru is a channel for that grace. So once you have evolved to that level, where you don't have any impressions or impediments, that divine force that within just floods forward. While we cleanse and allow that light to come from within, a guru is someone who has done the cleaning, and therefore the light is shining through, and therefore he is sharing this grace. But somehow we have to tune into them. You're tuning yourself by just using the guru. The guru is not source. The source is that divine force. The guru is the instrument in which you attune yourself to just receive that force. Admittedly, it comes through the guru, or the guru can direct it to you, but he is not the source. And of course, the guru must be a self-realized person who has reached that level that they can channel that force. Through meditating, that we go beyond the mind and we're removing those barriers to that energy within, and then suddenly we awaken. We start feeling those energies, we start seeing those energies working on a daily basis in our life. We feel something, we feel a force supporting us. It's like there's something behind us, just there supporting us all the time. And the guru is like a conduit. He's helping you and begins to awaken those same energies within yourself that are inherent. They're already there, they exist within. Removing those sanskaras so that force within can begin to rise. And we begin to feel that. We begin to see that in so many different ways in our life. That's why we say it's sort of a blessing to have a guru, in the sense that that person can expedite that journey. You can draw those energies more profusely and more profoundly through tuning in, using the radio. And then eventually you don't need the radio. You know, you can tune in to those energies for yourself. So the guru is only helping you to a certain stage where you're enlivening those energies within yourself. And as such, then you don't need him as the transmitter. We're using the guru as a conduit, so to speak, to connect us with those energies that already exist within ourselves. Being students of Guraj when he was alive, one thing we all understood so clearly after he left was that it wasn't even what he said, the words he said, the great wisdom that he spoke about. It was just being in the presence of someone who could channel those subtle energies to us that had the greatest effect on our lives. Just that connection with him was more powerful as such than the techniques themselves. So really the Shakti is within us. We need something outside to help connect it, for us to understand it, to bring it more to the fore. Evolve the light that is within you and allow that to naturally radiate. And it somehow means that you are chosen for that experience, because you have the capability to experience that, and you're on this path for a very specific reason.